Hello everyone, this is the new chapter in Predictive Analytics, that is last unit, Unit 5. In this video, I am going to explain you about association rules and cluster analysis. Okay, let's see what is association rules. Association rule learning is a type of unsupervised learning technique. That means it doesn't contain the labeled data, it contains only unlabeled data that checks for the dependency of one data item on other data item and maps accordingly so that it can be more profitable. Means by checking the one data with another data item and maps accordingly so that it can be more profitable. Okay. Next, it tries to find some interesting relations or associations among the variables of a data set. It finds the relationship between the one data set and another data set. Okay, it is based on the different rules to discover the interesting relations between variables in the database. Mainly, this association rule learning is based on relationships between the one data set to the another data set. Okay, based on that relationships, we can estimate how strong the relationship between the two data items. Okay. The association rule learning is one of the very important concept of machine learning, and it is employed in market-based analysis, web usage mining, and continuous production, etc. Okay, this association rule learning is used mainly in market-based analysis, web usage mining, continuous production, etc. Let's see how. Here, basket analysis is a technique used by the various big retailers to discover the associations between the items. Okay, so in supermarket we have a different type of items particularly settled in a row. So they have a one item to another item relationship particularly. So how it will be happen? Let's see here. We can understand it by taking an example of a supermarket. As in a supermarket, all products that are purchased together are put together. Okay. For example, if a customer buys bread, he mostly likely can also buy butter, eggs or milk. So these products are stored within a shelf or mostly nearby. Why it is mostly nearby or within a shelf? Because these are all dairy products, right? So dairy products have a relationship between one and another. If they buy milk, they also buy the bread. If they buy bread, they will also buy butter. So this is the relationships between the one data item to the another data item. So in this basket, in customer 1, milk, bread and butter he purchased. In customer 2, bread, milk, cereal and butter. So these are all dairy products only. And in customer 3, milk, bread, butter. And in customer N, sugar and eggs. At least from customer 1 to customer N, there is at least a dairy product, right? So it means it have a connection for these dairy products between them, milk, bread, butter, cereal and eggs. So this is the relationship we are going to find by using the association rule learning. How much the customer is interested to buy the similar products, we can check by using the association rule learning. Okay, let's see how. Key concepts of the association rule learning is, first one, support. Support measures the frequency or occurrence of a set of items in a data set. It is calculated as the number of transactions containing the set of items divided by the total number of transactions. Okay, this support measures the frequency or occurrence of a set of items in a data set. That means how many times a purchase is happening. Okay, let's see. This is a support. And next, confidence. What is confidence here? Confidence measures the likelihood that if the item A is purchased, item B will also be purchased. It is calculated as the support for the combined set of items divided by the support for the antecedent item. Okay, just write these number of transactions containing the set of items divided by the total number of transactions in the form of a formula. Then you can understand easily. Okay. So this support and confidence helps in how many times a particular item is repeating in a transactions way. And next, item set. An item set is a collection of one or more items In market basket analysis, an item can represent a product. That means in an item set is a collection of one or more items. In market based analysis, an item can represent a product. Okay, let's see association rule for this. An association rule is an implication of the form. That means it will imply A to B, B to A. Or what is the importance between A to B and B to A? A to B, where A is the antecedent, that is premise, and the B is the consequent. It represents a discovered association between the set of items. That means if a person buy A item, then he is consequently, in other customers, consequently buying the B. That means B is a consequent to A. If we are purchasing A, compulsory you are purchasing the B also. That means B is a consequent to the A. And next, lift. Lift measures how much more likely item B is purchased when the item A is purchased. Compare it to when item B is purchased regardlessly of item A. It is calculated as the confidence of the rule divided by the support of the consequent items. That means in association, by using this implication line, we can easily estimate how the B is implicated to the A. Whereas in lift, we will understand the what happened to the consequently when a person is buying the data item. Okay, let's compare this all the lines, all these key concepts with an example, then you can understand easily. Let's see here. Consider a supermarket transaction data set. Okay, we are considering the supermarket transaction data set. We have 5 transactions here. In first transaction, milk, bread, eggs. In transaction 2, bread and butter. In transaction 3, milk, eggs, cheese. Transaction 4, bread, eggs, butter. In transaction 5, milk, bread, cheese. See, in these 5 transactions, there is a similar products who has purchased by 5 members. That is 5 customers. So what is happening in association rule? In rule, milk implies to bread. That means milk and bread are consequently purchased by the persons. In how many cases? Support 3 by 5, confidence is 3 by 3, and lift is 3 by 3 by 3 by 5. That means a person has purchased the milk with along with bread 3 times, where milk in transaction 1 and in transaction 5. Okay, he purchased the 3 by 5. It means in 5 transactions, support is 3. What is support here? Support means the frequency or occurrence of a set of items in a data set. That means how many times this bread occurs here. Milk occurs here. In transaction 1, milk. In transaction 3, milk. And in transaction 5, milk. So 3 times the milk has appeared here. So support is 3 by 5. And confidence, how many times the bread is appeared along with the milk means 1, 2, 3. 3 by 3. So lift is nothing but comparing both the frequencies of the milk and bread together. 3 by 3 by 3 by 5. Then we'll get an answer, which is how many persons are buying along with the bread with milk. Okay, you will get the answer. Next in rule, bread. For bread we are finding with butter. So in support, how many times we are getting butter here? 1 and 2. 2 times only. And confidence, we are getting butter 2 by 3 and lift is 2 by 3 by 2 by 5. Similarly, interpretation. The rule milk is equal implication of bread has a support of 3 by 5, indicating that milk and bread frequently co-occur in transactions. Okay, the confidence is 1, suggesting that whenever the milk is purchased, bread is also purchased. The lift is greater than 1, indicating a positive association. If we get an answer lift greater than 1, we can say it as a positive association. That means the person is purchasing milk along with the bread. If the lift is greater than 1, indicating a positive association, same like in the next step, the rule bread implies butter has a support of 2 by 5, meaning bread and butter often appear together. The confidence is 2 by 3, showing that when bread is purchased, butter is purchased with a likelihood of 2 by 3. The lift is greater than 1, indicating a positive association. That means bread and milk also bind together, the lift is greater than 1, and bread and butter is also bind together, the lift is greater than 1, indicating a positive association. Okay, let's see next topic, cluster analysis. What is meant by cluster analysis? I'll simply explain you about what is cluster analysis. In a group of data set, there is a similar data items and similar data groups. Okay, so dividing that similar data groups into clusters, that is in cluster 1 similar products, in cluster 2 similar, so we are making as independent clusters, that is called as cluster analysis. In what basis how many clusters will be formed, here we can see. What is cluster analysis? Firstly, clustering or cluster analysis is a machine learning technique, okay, which groups a unlabeled data set. It can be defined as a way of grouping the data points into different clusters consisting of similar data points. Okay, the object with the possible similarities remain in a group that has less or no similarities with another group. Individual groups will be formed. In each group, it will be a similar data sets. Okay, it does it by finding some similar patterns in the unlabeled data set, such as shape, size, color, behavior, etc., and divides them as per the presence and absence of those similar patterns. Let's see here in diagram. See, we have given an input with unlabeled data set. That means we doesn't have any labeled to that input. After performing the cluster analysis, what has happened in the output? We have divided each ball into a different clusters. Okay, same as here in the next slide. We have given a raw data to it, mixed of strawberries, apples, and mango. So after performing this cluster analysis algorithm, what has happened? Strawberries and apples and mangoes are clustered differently. That is cluster 1, cluster 2 and cluster 3. These three has a independent clusters and similar objects in their own cluster. This is called cluster analysis. The clustering technique can be widely used in various tasks. Some most common uses of this techniques are, where this cluster analysis is mostly used. First one is market segmentation. In market, to dividing the group of data sets, we use this cluster technique. And next, statistical data analysis, social network analysis. Social network analysis, I'll give you an example. We use daily like Netflix, Amazon, or else Flipkart, Amazon. Okay, in that if we are opening any app, we can see segregating all the items, right? Here for the home appliances or else for mobile appliances, we'll see the different clusters there. Okay, that is called as social network analysis. And next, image segmentation, next anomaly detection, etc. These clustering techniques are used in this 5. We can also give your own examples. And next, types of clustering methods. We have basically 5 types of clustering methods, and the clustering methods are broadly divided into 2, that is hard clustering and soft clustering. In hard clustering, data point belongs to only one group, whereas in soft clustering, data points can belong to another group also. But there are also other various approaches of clustering exist. Okay, below are the main clustering methods used in machine learning. First one is partitioning clustering, second one density based clustering, distribution model based clustering, hierarchical clustering, and fuzzy clustering. Okay, these 5 are the types of clustering methods. Thank you.